Good morning, Happy New Year. It's Wednesday morning, and we're going to do a final storm update here. Overall, I like what I have from yesterday. I think some places are probably going to surprise more to the upside, actually. But let's start off here and take a look at the water vapor imagery. You can see the one disturbance that's going to create the storm is up in the northern branch here, bringing down all the cold air, diving down. And here's that active subtropical jet stream. These two are going to merge along the east coast and produce a storm. I'll be looking at this too throughout the day to see how the observations match up to the model, but it definitely is favoring somebody to get a more progressive storm than what was initially modeled. I don't know about our area. I think we're at the 5 to 10 is a good bet for North Jersey. New York City, Philadelphia maybe a little bit less. But up here, I think the bullseye where I drew that line yesterday, I'll show you, that's really going to see some significant snow. So let's go to the models now. This is the latest GFS that just came in. You can see here the two disturbances combining. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So some snow is going to break out in northern New York, Vermont, Massachusetts. We'll be in a dry slot then. Then by about 7 o'clock tomorrow night, before 7 you'll see the snow come in, but you'll see it start to pick up in intensity around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And then the height of this storm is going to be from, say, midnight tomorrow night to daybreak. I think this storm really pulls out fast on Friday. This is Friday at 7 a.m. I think it's even quicker than that. And I think by 10 o'clock especially, the sun could be coming out. So the intense part of the storm will be in the overnight hours. Let's take a zoomed in view here. Here comes the storm. You can see this is Friday 1 a.m. There's, again, very high ratio snow, as I mentioned yesterday. At the back end here, so when we get closer to dawn, this is actually probably go up to 25 to 1. And the reason I say that is take a look at what the surface temperatures are going to be here. It's going to be snowing. It's going to be 15 degrees. And it's actually going to be in the single digits in some spots. So you don't see that too often, and when you do see that, you're going to get that very, very fluffy snow that doesn't take much liquid to accumulate. In terms of liquid estimations, this is the GFS, QPF it's called, and that's just basically means how much liquid is going to fall. And this is giving us, see, notice this area here is a little lighter. I'm a little worried about a dry slot working in to, for this storm, which might rip off somebody along this axis. I mean, it's impossible to predict where, but just keep in mind somebody might get ripped off because of that dry slot. But it gives us about close to a ½ inch of liquid. It gives up here much more than ½ inch, up to an inch of liquid. So whoever sees an inch of liquid, this is going to see 15, 16, 17 inches of snow. And that is not out of the question. And somebody down here might get lucky in North Jersey and see something like that too. The NAM model is a little more progressive with the liquid, but this is known to overdo things a little bit. But however, the Canadian regional model is doing the same thing now. So there are some models that are decently accurate at pointing to actual blizzard conditions at times tomorrow night. But I'm going to stick with what I have. This is what I put out yesterday. Widespread area, 5 to 10 inches. I think again, I think if this busts, it's going to be to the upside because I think some areas in this blue we're going to see over a foot. Especially over here. I actually should have taken this and got a little lazy yesterday because I was late. I had to get to work, but I should have taken this red and extended it through southern Vermont here, and I should actually send it down through probably central Connecticut off towards the Cape. But it's accurate enough, I think. Down here, a little rain will mix in and sleet in the coastal sections, Cape May, Delaware. So 3 to 7, 3 inches would be more likely down near the coast. Here, 4 to 8, I like that. Again, it's probably more towards 8 inches, 5 to 10. So a significant snowstorm is coming. And for those who are interested in next week, we're going to have another disturbance hit the country. You can see this is on Friday at 1 p.m. And again, it's going to dive down, try to combine with some energy in the south. But also, look at the second disturbance up here. That's actually the polar vortex, which it's not very common to see a polar vortex over the United States. That's why it's going to get so brutally cold this weekend and next week, because we have literally Arctic air over the United States. So this is a very interesting situation because right now it shows a storm running up close to the spine. The Appalachians gives us rain on the European. GFS is a little colder. But if we pump this ridge up a little more to the east and we dig this down a little more, you could see a very, very big storm next week for the East Coast. I'll put more detail on that once we get through this first storm, but maybe even do a written post tonight about it. But something that's worth watching. You can see the GFS is hinting at it too. Again, frigid air coming in. And then this is on, this is early Monday morning, 1 a.m. You can see it tries to develop a storm. Again, we all know from watching this storm, if this digs down more than the modeling is initially showing, it has time to phase earlier down here, develops closer to Georgia, Carolinas, and somebody in this whole eastern third of the country gets a very, very, very big snowstorm, which could be bigger than the one we're seeing now. But that's just speculation now. I'll keep an eye on it. but this pattern is progressive. It'll relax a little bit after next week. Then it'll probably get frigidly cold again, middle to end of January. I think we're going to have a hell of a winter on our hands. So if you like snow, that's good news. Check in again tonight. I'll have another update, see if anything drastically changes. But right now, this is the going forecast. And again, the timing will be from Thursday afternoon through early Friday morning. Have a good day.